Hi, my name is Danielle Talento. This lesson is for kindergartners. The topic is apple, and the subject matter is letter C. Alright. Today, class, we're going to learn where apples come from. At this point, I'm going to have my class come to the rug. I will call only the students that are sitting nice and quietly and waiting patiently to be called to come over to the rug. Any student who I know cannot see well, has poor vision, or may be distracted easily, maybe has ADHD, I will have sit at the front of the rug close by me. I will ask the class to raise their hand if they know what this is. I will pick on the student that is sitting nice and quietly and raising their hands. I will then pass this around the class so all students can feel it and hold it and see it close up. So we will establish that this is an apple. I will then ask the class to raise their hand if they've eaten an apple before. I'll ask them how they have eaten an apple in their home. For example, I will share that in my house, my mom likes to take the skin off the apple, cut it into pieces, put it in a pan, and heat it up with sauerkraut, since she's Polish. I'll ask other students to share how they eat it in their families. And I'll emphasize that there's no wrong or right way to eat an apple. After we've shared some examples, I will introduce the book that we are reading. I'll show the class that we are going to read The Apple Pie Tree and ask from the cover and from the title what they think this book is going to be about. I will use an Elmo or a projector to also illustrate this book for the class so all students can see. After I read the page, I'll put it under the projector so students can see the text and the pictures close up. So today we are going to read The Apple Pie Tree. My sister and I have a tree that grows the best part of the apple pie. Can you guess what that is? Apples. And every year we watch our apple tree grow. In winter, our apple tree is brown and bare. I'll pause and ask the class, do apple trees grow every year? And the answer is yes. After the student gives our answer, I will highlight in the text where it says that. But in spring, leaves grow on every branch. Look, 2 robins are building a nest in our tree. Tiny pink flower buds appear on the branches. The robins chirp loudly, guarding their eggs. Just when the flower buds open, baby robins break through their eggshells. Now our tree is covered with blossoms, and the baby robins begin to grow feathers. I will ask for a volunteer to come up from the front row and point at blossoms. After we point at the blossoms, I'll ask them, the class, if they know another word for blossoms. Which I would imagine we'll say flower. We will finish reading this book. I will ask some questions such as, the family picked their apples in autumn. who can guess another word for autumn? If needed, I will go to the page and show pictures of the tree. I will prompt them by giving them clues, as it's a season. It comes after summer. I'll then ask what the families made with the apples, and if anyone themselves then have had apple pie. For the next part of the lesson, I will ask the students to sit quietly as I pair them up. As I call each pair, they will go to their seat with their worksheet. I will pair the students together based on ability level. I will try to mix genders together to have boys and girls work together. So as students are sitting nicely, I will call them up by pair. As they come up, they will be given two things. They will be given a worksheet. They will paste their answers on this, and at their desks already, they'll have glue sticks and scissors, what they will need. For any students that I know cannot cut well, they do not have fine motor skills, I will give them a modified worksheet, either partially cut or fully cut. After all students have returned to their seats with their worksheets, we will begin doing this as a class. I will ask all students when they are done cutting to put everything on the table and put their hands still so I know we're ready to begin. I will then read the first box of the worksheet. It says, apple seeds are planted. I will ask every group to find the picture that best matches. Now, every pair has to agree on their answer. When they agree, I'm going to have them hold up their answer. So I'll give them a minute to discuss, and then I'll have everyone hold up their answer. After we have all established that this is the correct answer for the first part, I will have them paste it together. They'll paste it right next to the first box. I will then read the second part. The apple tree grows. I will ask all groups to take a minute and find the picture that best matches. And once again, hold it up in the air when they have their answer. Once we've established the picture of the tree is a picture that best matches the apple tree grows, I will ask the group to paste it next to their box. As this lesson goes on, I will walk around and I will compliment and reinforce all groups that are working well together. So if I see students that are talking to each other, that are taking turns pasting, they'll have positive reinforcement in front of the whole class. The next part, the apple tree grows blossoms. I will remind the class of the answers that they gave for what a blossom was when we read the story. And if needed, I will put the picture of the blossoms on the overhead for all students to see. I will have all students do the same thing, take a minute to discuss, find their answer, and tape it. The blossoms turn into apples. Ask the groups to find the picture that's left, the apple, put it in the air, and paste. Apples are picked off the trees. So I'll ask students find the picture of the group of apples that have just been taken off the tree. And finally, apples are made into apple pies. Yum. We'll glue the last piece to their worksheet. To close our lesson, we will go through our worksheet once more. I will ask students where the apple comes from. A tree. I'll ask if it is grown, if they grow every year from the tree. And then, if time allows, I will let the students color in their pictures before we hang them up around the class. Thank you for watching my video.